What's up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back again with another daily live stream on Underdog Fantasy. You already know what it is. We stream every single day around here, so make sure you like, subscribe, turn the notifications on because we don't go live at the same time every day. You don't want to miss the live streams, man. We have a fun time. We also appreciate the replay too. So, we're having a beautiful day. And y'all, am I lagging? Why can I not click on this? I'm trying to click on a button right now, and it's not appearing on my screen. Okay, I can see I have the stream pulled up on my phone next to me, and I see that show draft board. It doesn't, which is I think I'm gonna try and refresh. Apologies. Okay, maybe this works. Are we back? I don't know, man. Are we good? Are we back? I think we're good. Hopefully. Okay, I at least see things on my screen again. So hopefully we're good from now on. And man, part of me just wants to end this stream and delete it and restart it. But you know what? We're gonna carry on, carry forward. And man, the bigger board's almost full. I'm already maxed out, but let's hop in big board, or let's see what the war room's like. Can we get in a war room? Waiting for 5. I don't know. Let's do a big board. We'll hop in a big board, and then maybe we'll do a war room after, because I only have 4 more big boards. Getting pretty close. It's 93% full, so I'm gonna fill it faster than expected, but I'm cool with that. I got 4 more teams. You know, we've been getting a little weird with our teams in the last little bit, but that's all good. So let's check this out. Who do we got in here? We got Taking Dollars, Retired Lurker in here. Libra, I recognize. If anyone else is in here, definitely let me know. There was only one person waiting, I think, when we got in. So not too many of you in here, but hopefully we can do a second draft after and maybe do one of the war rooms. We got Hartman in here. What's up, Hartman? Money anything? Ain't sleeping. Dude, there's no time to sleep during best ball season, man. It's almost done. I like high latency. Okay, hopefully it's good now. And apologies to anyone catching the replay, because that probably sucks to see at first. But oh well, man, we carry on. This is why, you know, I'm gonna end up. I haven't had the time yet to really even think about it, but Peter Overzet's contest, Can You Tout, I think it's called. I'm definitely gonna be entering that. Hopefully I can get some upgrades with my setup. That would be pretty sweet, you know. And we don't have to deal with this lag. What's up, Huhames? Great to see you in here, my friend. And okay, glad we're good now. Money anything, lurking and sniping from a 13 spot. Well, at least we didn't get the 12 spot again in our first draft. We got pick 10, which isn't much different, but that's what's up. We got Taking Dollars doing more dishes. Hell yeah, dude. What's up, PPR Tyler? How was the midnight stream? Dude, it was fun, man. We got more people than expected. And you know what? Right before starting this, Tyler, I saw you have Justin Jefferson before JSN. And I'll be honest, I don't love Justin Jefferson. But for you, I'll take him. That's my omen right there. All right, bro? That's my omen for you, Mr. Tyler. Hope you're having a beautiful Sunday, my friend. And nice and blunt, you too. Happy Easter. We are on the hunt for these good picks. You know what it is. I I had fun with that thumbnail today too. We took we put Travis Hunter and Hunter Henry. And you know what? I don't love Achan either, but I might just take him with Justin Jefferson here. He falls a little bit, get a little different exposure. Or do we want to get weird? Do we want to get weird? No, I'll just take Achan. Why not? Let's get out of our comfort zone, do some things we don't normally do, draft some players we don't normally draft. Y'all know what it is. We're almost done this contest, okay? We got 146 entries. I still got to name the ones from last night, but we're getting a little different near the end because I haven't even showed many of my exposures. Parker Washington, number 1, and officially David Montgomery over Woody Marks. Let's go. We're going big on the Houston run game this year, man. But like Achan, I have 4.7%, not a lot. And let's see, Jefferson, 4.7% also. So we're rounding those out a little bit, you know, on the same team. So if both of them do end up being good picks, then this will be a good team. So let's roll with that, you know. We got Levernucky in here, GM, making some smash burgers. Happy Easter. Hell yeah, dude. I'm going to my mom's later today, making a roast for the family. Cook some good meat. That's what it is. We got Best Ball and Call, patented Jerry Judy. Real ones in here today. Hell yeah, man. You got a little piece of ham in your hair. I keep that thing on me, bro. You don't love Justin Jefferson and Achan. I don't love a root canal. We all have our dislikes. Yeah, man. It's just like, I think Justin Jefferson, for me, more than anything, it is my bias as a Lions fan. Like truly, because I just hate the Vikings. And I mean, I didn't like Justin Jefferson last year because of JJ McCarthy. I didn't think he was going to be a great quarterback for him in fantasy. And that was a good take. I was team Puka over JJ last year, which was very unpopular, but was definitely a good call. And then Achan, I just don't necessarily like running backs on bad teams. I still think there's outs to being traded, but for whatever reason, bad teams like to hold their running backs captive. Like Achan and Brees Hall are both in that boat where they're just kind of stuck on a shitty team, wasting the prime of their career. It's not great. Blasphemy. Dude, did I like okay, I had this like little fucking pimple right here. I feel like I accidentally scratched it open or something. If you see me touching that, that's why. I'm trying to see if it's like bleeding or not, which is I don't think it is, but anyways. Okay, Garrett Wilson goes, do we want a running back here or do we want a receiver? Could get Brees Hall. We were talking about Brees Hall and Achan. I think I'm going to go with the receiver. Let's get some T. Higgs. I just think Higgins is in a different tier than Ladd, Igbuka, Flowers, these guys. So let's get some T. Higgs on this team. I'm cool with that. Zay Flowers pulled up in the 3rd round. Interesting. Ty Wilds, staying true to his name. Going wild. Might have to keep an eye on this guy. He is, yeah, got a little unique here. Jeremiah Love, Kenneth Walker. The thing with Love and Walker is like Love will go in the middle of the 2nd sometimes. Not as much now, but earlier in the contest. And Kenneth Walker would go in the middle of the 3rd. So you might still have Jeremiah Love, Kenneth Walker with like one of these 1st round guys, which kind of lessens some of that uniqueness and value a little bit. And Devonta Smith is nice to mix in too. Let's just go ahead and get another player that I don't draft a lot. And hopefully we're not lagging again. I don't have a ton of Kyron either. So let's get Kyron. He falls to 39. I'm cool with that. Get a little bit of a unique team. Let's see what my Kyron exposure is. Usually I do this on a separate screen, but we'll do it here today. Kyron, 2.9%. Not a ton. I just think he's expensive. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams trade up for Jeremiah Love. Honestly, I know there was like some report recently that the Cleveland Browns might be interested in trading their pick. And that's right before the Commanders, which has kind of been the hottest spot for Jeremiah Love recently. So I wouldn't be surprised if a team tries to trade up for Love, which would be pretty like not very common historically, trading up for Jeremiah Love or just a running back in general. But the Rams going all in. We know they don't care about their draft picks. They do have 2 first-round picks, so could definitely see it happening. The Zay Flowers hype seems crazy to me. I mean, I think third round is pretty rich for Zay Flowers. Middle of the fourth feels good. I wasn't drafting him too much early in the contest. I've been mixing him in more later because he can just be good. Like last year, the Ravens kind of sucked altogether. Wow, and Joe Burrow taking dollars. You knew he wasn't coming back to you, huh? You knew Burrow wasn't coming back to you. That's okay. We will pivot. But I've been trying to mix in some Zay Flowers, trying to get some Lamar with him too. And yeah, 2/3 of the wide receivers drafted ahead of him. He didn't even have many touchdowns last year. That's the thing. He really didn't. Now, let's take a look at this draft board. Quarterbacks have been going pretty early. Christian Watson goes. Toot toot scat. I personally can't get there. I have a hard time with that. I think one thing I might try, maybe I'll try this. I'm going to take Jaden Daniels just because I like Jaden Daniels. That's pretty much it. Plus, I don't think we're guaranteed to get Kyler. We're not going to get Burrow. So let's get Jaden and then see who's available for us next with our next pick. I think I have an idea. I may have an idea. I'm still not taking Toot Toot. I don't care if he's going here. I'm not doing it. I'm not big on Toot Toot. Toot Toot gets taken. The Lemon, Marv. I have a ton of these guys. We could get Swift if we want. Could get Tyler Warren, who I'm interested in. But I kind of want a receiver, and I kind of want Parker Washington. I love Parker Washington. As you can see, he is my most drafted player. I am on the Parker Washington train this year. Most dollars in. And yeah, I love me some Parker Washington. We got the Houston running backs too. My skid marks, I really haven't been taking them much lately. But we're in on the Houston run game, I guess. I still, skid marks was a bad call. All right, I'll admit it. AJ Barner, most drafted tight end. And then, of course, we got the Lions. We got 23.4% JMO, 21.6% St. Brown, 20.5% Laporta. We love it, man. Got a lot of the Lemon, too, and a lot of Omar Cooper. Some of those rookie upsides. Some late round bets, too. I'm in on Tracy because I'm not in on Scatabo. Love me some Brian Robinson. Drafted a ton of him before he got signed. Been mixing in Najee Harris as well because I feel like he's just going to go up whenever he signs. Kenneth Walker was a good call by us before he signed in free agency. Almost all of my Ken Walkers in the 3rd round. So that feels pretty good. Kate Otten, probably my favorite late tight end. Yeah, those are some of my highest exposures right there. I'll probably do a stream where I go over all my exposures in a little more depth, maybe in a few days. Wow, Mahomes gets pulled up to 73 too. That makes me happy I took Jaden. Did Mahomes go before Hurts? Wow. And Harvey. Wow, taking dollars got Harvey at 75. Okay, so I'm not normally a fan of reaching up for Joe Burrow in the 5th round, but getting Tyler Warren in the 6th and RJ Harvey in the 7th feels pretty good. There are going to be teams that have Harvey in like the fifth in the spot, and then Joe Burrow here. But this is nice, dude. That looks pretty damn good. I respect it. Taking dollars. You when you do the dishes, man, you draft some good teams. RJ Harvey as your RB1 doesn't feel the best, but not the worst first running back for a zero RB team. So I respect it, dude. I respect it. And we'll see who's available for us next. I wouldn't mind a DK. Could go with the double with Addison. If I want a quarterback, though, hmm. Justin Herbert goes. Do I want Trevor with Parker? I don't know. I think I can push quarterback a bit. I think DK is good. I'll take some DK here. Sure. Pick 82. Why not? I'm cool with that. Cool with some DK Metcalf there. And then, yeah, the reason we pass on Addison is because if we get Addison back with JJ, I'd probably take him. And the reason we pass on Trevor is because I'm kind of hoping that Kyler is available at 106 here. And then Addison isn't before us, so we have less to worry about. Although people definitely like taking a naked Kyler as well. I don't draft a lot of Jalen Warren either, but oh, and this guy reaches for Kyler. Oh, dang, dude. Well, that didn't work out how I wanted. I think I'm just gonna take Jalen Warren. I don't have a ton of Jalen Warren, but we got DK. We'll get Jalen Warren. Both are past ADP, so a nice little unique Pittsburgh stack right there. I'm cool with it. Mix something up. Get a little different in these late drafts. And we have Jaden Daniels, so at least we can feel a little more comfortable pushing quarterback. What's up, Darside Dev? Darside Dev has a great taste in music, by the way, just so y'all know. Daniel, I'm with you, man. Parker going to feed families. My highest drafted player. Very controversial. Jaden pick opens up 20th round Van Jefferson click. Dude, Van Jefferson or Traylon Burks? Bro, Jalen Lane? Oh my goodness, dude. Incredible. Happy Easter, game tight. Smash that thumbs up. Yeah, let's get some likes in here, man. If you haven't liked the stream, I would definitely appreciate if you did. And if you're new, please subscribe. We are so close to 200 subscribers. We're at 194 right now and climbing. Goal is 200 by the NFL draft, which I definitely think feels possible. So hopefully we can get there, man. Yes, sir. The roast Jiri's cooking, gonna feed families. Literally. Yeah, dude. We cook some good meat around here. I'm a big meat man. Pause. I'm talking beef. Pause. All right, quarterbacks are going in this draft, man. Quarterbacks are going. Even Goff gets pulled up with Laporta. I don't hate that either, though. With Gibbs, too. I don't hate that. Tight ends also going a little high. It would be nice if Kyle Pitts falls back to me. I think he's still on the board as a tight end. I would really like a tight end to fall back to me. That would feel good. I swear, doing the dishes it keeps my eyes off guys. When I hear my notifications, it's my turn. I'm lucking out with what's available. Hey, dude, sometimes that's good. Sometimes thinking about it less is just better. You know what I mean? So could just be a strat. And a nice little Purdy Pearsall stack right here by Yo Adrian. Adrian! And we do get Kyle Pitts to fall, so I'm not going to pass on that. Even though I kind of really want Jaden Reed, getting our first tight end in Kyle Pitts feels pretty good on this team. So I'm going to go with that. He's only been really falling down here recently, so it gives us a bit of a unique combination, which I'm happy with. And I would have really liked if Jaden Reed came back to me, but that's okay. I think actually what I might do is take Matthew Stafford. We have Kyron, right? It's not the strongest correlation, but at least it's something. And with where we are and our quarterbacks available, don't really have the best options. So let's just mix in Stafford right here. He's past ADP as well. Why not? And he has a ton of backstacks too, especially with tight ends who on a team like this could just draft 3 tight ends most likely. So I think getting Stafford right there does make sense. And I am happy with this. 2-3-4-1 team right here with Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Devon Achane, Kyron Williams, Jalen Warren, receivers Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Parker Washington, DK Metcalf, and then Kyle Pitts as our tight end. Feels fun. Feels fun. Definitely different from teams that I built because I don't have a lot of HN, don't have a lot of Kyron, and don't have a lot of Jalen Warren. So unique for my portfolio, which I like when I only have 4 teams left. Yeah, dude, we are going places. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate it, man. If you want a unique combination, Konata, Mumfield, and Van Jefferson. Dude, I'm surprised you knew Mumfield's first name. I only recognized the last name. When I first started reading Konata, I'm like, who the hell? I'm like, okay, Mumfield on the Rams. Got it. But I'm cool with Matthew Stafford here. Like with where the quarterbacks are going, like Baker was already gone. Kyler got pulled up early. Like Love, Goff, they got pulled up early. So we had a fall on Stafford, which Kyron, not the strongest stack. He doesn't catch too many passes, but he does sometimes, right? Even taking dollars, getting Tyler Shuck right here, 123. That's a nice fall right there. Just a pretty thin room. Although 3 quarterbacks, a little rich this high when you only have 2 running backs. And you're done at tight end too. Tucker Craft, Tyler Warren, probably done at tight end. So I'm sure taking dollars just going to hammer the running backs now because starting 4, Chase, London, Pickens, JMO is a sick start, dude. Yeah, even Bryce Young goes high. Makes me happy with what I took. You know what? I'm going to reach for the receiver first. Just with there's so many tight ends, so many running backs here. Omar Cooper is the player that I want on my team the most. So that's what I'm going to go with. And Omar Cooper, he could just end up on the Rams. That's possible. So I'm cool with that. I was kind of hoping Kincaid would fall back. That would have felt good. But we can't always have nice things. Now, right here, I really don't know what to do. Panic pick a bit. I'm panicking. Let's take Kelsey. Sure. I guess we'll take Kelsey. We'll take our second tight end. It might not have been the best click. Maybe a running back would have been better, but none of them really appealed to me too much. I don't know. Jonah Coleman, Mike Washington, I'm not too excited about at this price. Juwan Jennings, Denzel Boston don't excite me too much. Maybe Rashid Shaheed would have been a good click. I do like me some Rashid Shaheed quite a bit. Maybe I would have done that, but I also don't have much Travis Kelce, although his value probably goes down a little bit with Rice being cleared now. But that's fine, man. Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelce. We'll mix it up. We don't have a ton of Kelce anyways, so just kind of drafting some players that we haven't drafted a ton of. Stafford and Kelce stacking the olds. Hell yeah, dude. Maybe they just have a little bit left in the tank, you know? Centex legend. Every time I see someone take Josh Downs over Worthy, I know they're inexperienced. I mean, maybe. It's not like Worthy looked that great last year. And Josh Downs didn't look that great either, but he probably has more opportunity than Worthy. I kind of expect Kansas City to just run the ball more next year with Mahomes' injury. And I mean, they just signed Kenneth Walker, so I'd expect him to be used, right? I think looking back, though, I probably would have taken Rashid Shaheed instead of Kelce. I think that would have been the better click because there's still tight ends that I like at the next turn, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I think I definitely would have done that. Oh well, maybe Denzel Boston comes back and we can click him instead. I'd be cool with that. Can mix in like a Travis Hunter, who I don't have too much of, but I wouldn't mind mixing in. We have Parker Washington too, a little Jacksonville correlation. Wouldn't be the worst. I mean, Cam Ward at 154, he gets taken right in front of us. I'm totally fine with these two quarterbacks though. I really don't feel like I need a third. So I think number one for me would be Travis Hunter right here. As our sixth, I'm cool with that. Maybe he's just decent. Maybe Brian Thomas gets traded. Maybe Jacoby Myers gets injured. Who knows? We'll go with that. And then I'm probably just going to draft Chig. I don't think there's any running backs I'm really interested in here. And our running backs are getting pretty thin. But let's just get strong. Okay, Chig gets taken, of course. Do I just want Juwan? No, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push tight end, and this is a big reach on paper at least, but I just think the best running back on the board right now is Brian Robinson. So I'm gonna take him. I mean, Emmanuel Wilson, Emmett Johnson, Isaiah Pacheco, Dylan Sampson, Tajay Spears, Tank Bigsby. Running backs have been going high. I'm just gonna take B-Rob. ADP doesn't matter. I like some Brian Robinson. We have some Atlanta correlation with Kyle Pitts too. I'm okay with that. If I were to do it a little differently, I mean, I would have liked if Aaron Jones was available for us here. That would have felt kind of good. Maybe we could have taken JCM when we have Jaden Daniels, but that's okay. We can get a little different. We still have Jaden Daniels unstacked, but he's not the worst unstacked. Hey, dude, you can keep talking smack on Parker Washington, but I'll stand on business, man. I like me some Parker Washington, and I'm not afraid to reach on him. All right, not afraid, not afraid. Yo, what's up, Crossface? No bunny ears? You must be wearing a cottontail. I wish I had me some bunny ears, man. That'd be pretty dope. Pretty fun to wear. Um, but I mean, I'm not making $1 from YouTube yet. So maybe if when I start making a little bit of coin, I'll get some outfits, you know? And a lot of people do like Parker Washington, man. He can be electric. Like just I I like to think about the potential more than the past. You know what I mean? That's what I like to lean into. And I think Parker Washington's got real potential. Yeah, dude, we got that B Robinson. We got the starting running back for the Falcons. He is the one. I don't know why people are drafting Brian Robinson's backup first overall. It's kind of feels pretty bad to me, but hey, they can do them, you know. Okay, do I want Hawkinson here as my third tight end, or do I want to wait and get one with Stafford? 'Cause Hawkinson's not going to come back to me. I wouldn't mind a Tajay Spears though. No, let's just get Hawkinson. We'll get another old. Why not, dude? Let's just get a little weird. I don't have a ton of Hawkinson either, so we're kind of just drafting players that I don't draft a ton of. And that's all right. That's all right. We don't have the strongest of stacks with Jaden and Stafford, but I'm also not just going to force it. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelsey, TJ Hawkinson. They could just be a good trio at tight end. Now, I want one of these running backs with my next pick. I don't like Dylan Sampson just because he's on the Browns. But Tajay Spears, take Bigsby. I'd be happy to take one of these guys. I'm probably team Tank over Tajay personally. And I think that's what I'm going to roll with. As my fifth, getting Tank Bigsby. I'm cool with that. Not really my favorite team. Not landing the best for us, but that's okay, dude. Yeah, maybe I should have waited for a third. Konata Mumpfield. I don't know if I can draft Mumpfield, man. Jordan Whittington. I don't know if I can draft these guys, dude. I don't need to force it with Stafford. We have Kyron at least. It's it's fine. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for us with getting stacks or values, and that's all right. Yeah, dude. B. Robinson on the Falcons. Gonna feed families. Low key, Ty Simpson is one of the best values on the board. I think he lands in a spot where he starts half the year. Yeah, at least like recent news is that he could be going to Arizona, which would probably be the best spot for him to get some starting time in his first year. So we'll see what happens there. Would not be surprised if like Arizona trades back into the first round to take him, get that fifth year option. Can't click Stafford, man. He's so old and his back sucks. If he's 38 years old, he's gonna bury me at pick 100. So be it. I'm with you. I completely agree. Like, let's see how much Stafford I have. 2.3%. So I am extremely low on Matthew Stafford. I think he's really expensive. But the reason I drafted him is quarterbacks were going pretty high. We got him at 111 when we have Kyron, so it's at least some team correlation. And a lot of quarterbacks, they were just going pretty high in this draft. It fell into our laps, so we just took it. Now, yeah, these position values just are not looking great, man. Pat Frymuth goes, I'm going to go ahead and take Ray Davis here. I'm cool with that. Probably fine stopping at these 6 running backs too. Fine with these 2 tight ends. We'll see, though. We'll see. If we want, we could even just get wild and mix in a 4th tight end. But we'll see who's available. Ty Wilds only has 1 quarterback in Kyler Murray so far. So will he take a third? Or sorry, a second. He doesn't even have a third available yet. Because I would take Rodgers. He takes Shadur. We have DK. We have Jalen Warren. So let's take Rodgers, assuming he goes back to Pittsburgh. Then we get like some quarterback stacks, which still isn't the strongest, but I think we have room for a third quarterback on this team. And then we'll finish off with 2 wide receivers. I'm cool with that. We'll try it out. Hey, yo, what's clucking, Goofy Chicken? Hey, congrats, Goofy Chicken. Goofy Chicken just hit 100 subscribers. If anyone doesn't know who he is, definitely check him out, man. He's got some good energy. I like me some Goofy Chicken, man. And what's up? How we doing today on this beautiful Sunday, man? We clucking or what? We clucking or what? Yeah, very reasonable amount of Stafford. 2%. I'm cool with that. Pretty much just take him. Like, I've taken him, I know, when I have Puka and Adams on the same team. Because, I mean, why not? Taking him when he falls really far, or just when like other quarterbacks have all gone a lot higher before him, then I'll kind of mix him in. But I am completely agreeing with you on Stafford. And I love Stafford as a Lions fan. Absolutely love him, but not so much this year, man. And back injury, definitely scary for the 38-year-old quarterback. All love, Goofy Chicken. Glad to know we clucking over there. Hell yeah, dude. And I mean, I probably will just mix in one of these Washington receivers like Treylon Burks, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane. Probably will mix in one of them with my round 20 click. Because why not? And who else do I want on this team? Maybe we have room for a rookie. We don't really have a ton of rookies, so we could take one. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna let the board help decide. So I'm gonna take Traylon Burks first, and then we'll see who else is available. And let's get some likes in here, man. 20 likes. I'll do a second draft. We're at 16 right now. We got 27 people in here. We can definitely hit that, right? 20 likes before this draft ends. I'll do a second draft. And we can either hop in a war room or a big board. Hey, Bukowski's a clucker too. Hell yeah, man. Now, Jalen Knoll, Antonio Williams. Let's go Jalen Knoll. I don't mind some Jalen Knoll. I think he's a totally fine round 20 click. If he's a 0, then so be it. But second-year player, hopefully he gets a little more opportunity. Hopefully he can play over Xavier Hutchinson. And let's get those 20 likes, man. We got 29 people in here. We can definitely get 20 likes, right? And we'll hop in a second draft after that. Khalif Raymond. Do not see Khalif Raymond get drafted a lot. Do you have Caleb as well? I respect it, man. I respect getting some Khalif Raymond because he can just get a spike week here and there. You know, that's totally possible. Let's take a look at our final team. Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers. Running backs, Devon Achane, Kyron Williams, Jalen Warren, Brian Robinson, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis. So we got 3 starting running backs. I don't know. Jalen Warren's kind of half a starting running back. Brian Robinson, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis. 3 elite level handcuffs. So if their starter goes down, these are some good handcuffs, man, that are going to get us some points and can really help out our team. Never want injuries to happen, though. We'll be clear about that. Receivers, we got 8. Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Parker Washington, DK Metcalf, Omar Cooper, Travis Hunter, Treylon Burks, Jalen Noel. It's all right. Not bad. I love me some Parker Washington. Very controversial player, but I love him. DK, I think at 82 is a good value there. Omar Cooper, I think fits this team. Travis Hunter, I really don't have a lot of. I think he plays more corner than receiver, but I don't mind mixing in, especially in this draft where receivers kind of just went pretty high. And then Treylon Burks, we get a potential stack with Jaden Daniels if he can possibly stay healthy. Maybe Treylon Burks is like the wide receiver version of J.K. Dobbins, where he's just injured and sucks for the first few years of his career and then kind of turns it around. Except Treylon Burks never really showed any promise. At least J.K. Dobbins showed a little promise running the ball early. And then tight ends, Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelce, T.J. Hawkinson. They can get some points. That's a solid tight end room. Probably could have done a little better draft in this team, but I think it's fine. Also, I have a lot of players that I don't draft a ton of, so I'm happy to mix that in and get my exposures up. Now, what's the big board at? 93.1%. I have 3 more teams. Let's try and join a war room. I haven't done one yet. Dude, disable developer mode, man. I don't want to do that. Why you cramping my style now? Okay, I'm going to try and join a war room. See if we can fill it. Because I know those kind of take a minute to fill sometimes. So I'm hopping in it right now. Hopping in the war room. We are waiting for 7. Waiting for 6. See if we can fill this. I'll wait a couple minutes, and if we can't, then I'll hop in a big board. But we'll try and get it going. 7. Waiting for 5. I think we'll be able to fill it. Maybe while we wait, maybe I'll just review the teams that we were also in our draft. I'm just going to open up another tab. Actually, no, I can just see it there. That's fine. Okay, let's see what other teams were here. No, that was my team from last night. Gonna have to refresh real quick. Still need to name these ones from last night too. But let's hop back in here and we'll take a look at taking dollars. We'll see how this team started out. It was a fun start. We got Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Tyler Shuck at quarterbacks. Running backs, pretty thin here. Pretty thin. All right. RJ Harvey, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, Keaton Missile, Emmanuel Wilson, Nicholas Singleton, Samaje Perine. Damn. With the Perine, man. That's unique. We'll say that. We're still waiting for 4 in the war room. If anyone wants to join the war room, we're trying to fill that right now. We are waiting for 4. It will be my first war room draft if you want to be a part of it. Receivers, Jamar Chase, Drake London, George Pickens, Jamison Williams, Shimray DK, Zachariah Branch, Hollywood Brown, Tyler Warren, Tucker Kraft, Juwan Johnson. So very, very strong tight ends. I see like why you took Juwan Johnson. You definitely didn't need a third, but pick 166. Kind of just why not, right? The only thing though is these running backs are kind of gross, man. I'll keep it real. The running backs kind of gross. Let's take a look at Libra. Dak Prescott, Bryce Young, Cam Ward. Nice value on Cam Ward. Even though you reached on Bryce Young, quarterbacks were going pretty high in that draft. Running backs, Bucky Irving, Quinshawn Judkins, Blake Corum, Jonah Coleman, Tajay Spears, Jaden Blue. Receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, T-Mac, The Lemon, Michael Pittman, Calvin Ridley, Keishon Boutte, Ryan Flournoy. Great receiver room. I like that a ton. I'm not huge on Calvin Ridley, but as your 6, when these are your top 5, like why not go for some ceiling, some upside? And then Fannin, Terrence Ferguson, Jatavian Sanders. I don't know if I can take Jatavian Sanders. He feels a little undraftable to me personally, just because he's never really shown much of anything in the league. But at least one thing for him is that he is very young. So he's got that, man. Samaje Perine going to feed families. I don't know about that, man. But who knows? Yo, you could tell when I'm off the dishes, I can draft the nastiest boys. Shout out Janet Jackson. That's funny, man. Yeah. Hey, being productive. The thing is, when you're doing the dishes and drafting, it's tough because, like, you got wet fingers too. So, like, you got to dry your fingers before you click the buttons, or else you just might misclick. Or, like, you get some water on your screen. And then, like, even when you try and click it, it thinks there's, like, pressure somewhere else, so it won't let you click what you want. Dude, that's some risky business right there, drafting like that. Now, I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes. I don't wanna wait here too long in the war room for this to fill. Still waiting for 4. I might give it a couple minutes, and then if not, I'll hop in a big board. They definitely fill quicker. And do some war rooms after that. We'll see, though. We'll give it 2 more minutes. Jalen Warren, half a starting running back. Jalen Warren thinks you're half a best ball streamer. Hope this hurts deep. Hey, man, I mean, I kind of am because I'm still brand new to this, all right? And I don't make money off of it or anything, so I kind of am half a streamer because, I'm just doing it for the love of the game, But I think Rico Clico, Rose Clico, is he's just good at football, So, yeah, if you got gloves, that's optimal for the dishes during the streams. That's funny, man. And you got one more big board. Can try and hop in with you tomorrow, maybe. All right, dude, you got one more big board. Who's this player you're talking about, man? You're talking about some round 20 running back, I think. I think it was a running back you're talking about. Who's just gonna, as you say, feed families. Who is this player, man, that no one's drafting? You got one draft left. What's the holdup, man? What's the big deal? Spill it. Let us know. Would you rather have the Lions win the Super Bowl or put 5 teams into the finals of the big board? I mean, honestly, I'd rather have the Lions win the Super Bowl. Straight up. Now, if we're talking about 5 teams in the Best Ball Mania finals, it might be a little different. But who knows, man? I don't know. Big board, 200K up top. Give me the Lions, man. I can hold on to that forever. Plus, we get them in the finals. It's not guaranteed or nothing, so I'll take that, man. I'll take that. Take one for the team because, if I'm the only one in the big board finals, then I'm the only one really benefiting. But all them Lions fans out there, they win the Super Bowl. We're celebrating that for life, man. And Crossface, what are you talking about? You don't cluck? You don't cluck Crossface? We're cluckers around here, man. Because Bukowski's clucking with us. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, we're still waiting for 3. I think I'm just going to abandon this and hop in the big board. We're getting close, but I don't know. I don't want to wait too long. So I'm going to hop in the big board instead. And damn it, dude, developer mode. Okay, I'm going to jump in on my phone. That's so annoying when that happens. Okay, I'm entering the big board. Right. Meow. Oh, okay. We're waiting for 8, waiting for 7. Damn, dude, this might take just as long to fill. Who knows? But we're out of the war room. We are in the big board. Definitely a lot of room for friends and family. If you guys want to hop in this one, money ain't a thing. Hop in. Hop in, man. Tomorrow, there might not be tomorrow. We gotta take advantage of today. Hop in. Show your stuff, man. You got the guts to do it or what? You got the balls to jump in here with me with the big dogs or what, dog? We are waiting for 5 still. Damn, these drafts are feeling a little slow today, Feeling a little slow. Waiting for 4. It'll fill in a minute though. Definitely gonna fill faster than the war room still. But dude, I'm only gonna have 2 big boards left after this. That's pretty wild. Only gonna have 2 big boards left. 148 will be completed after this. I am a sicko. Absolutely. Work is overrated. Yeah, man, fuck your work. This is the real work, man. We put in work in the best ball streets, dog. Come on now. We got 35 people in here, 23 legs. Can we get those like numbers up? We're doing the Lord's work on this Easter Sunday, drafting best ball teams, drafting shippers. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We are so close to 200 subscribers. The goal is before the NFL draft. So if you're new, please subscribe. Okay, we're in at 11. We had pick 10 last time. So back on the same side of the board. Now let me know if we're in here. We got Bukowski in at the 1. And dude, this is a clean name, man. It's just Bukowski. That looks pretty sick, dude. Looks pretty sick. We got Game God in here. Taking dollars, Libra. Yo, taking dollars. What chore are you doing now, buddy? What chore are we doing now? You still on them dishes? You got that many dishes to do? Or what? What are we doing now? You vacuuming? Libra's in here. Who else? If anyone else is in here, definitely let me know. Texas Fox looks familiar. I think Texas Fox might have been in our last draft too. I thought this said bastard. Almost does. If this guy steals my pick, I would definitely call him a bastard, respectfully. Money in a thing in the 7 spot. Accidental victory. All right now. So is this your final big board? Accidental victory? Money in a thing? Is it your final big board? Yeah, try DraftKings. I definitely will do some DraftKings drafts once I'm maxed out on Underdog because I still just like streaming every day. We'll stay in the zone, And yeah, we were right. Texas Fox. Call me Misha in the 4 hole. Hell yeah, Misha. Welcome. Try Underdog. Yeah, Laverne Ucky does not have the guts to join these drafts anymore, man. These streets are getting hot. And it seems, wow, okay. Okay, Misha. Okay, Misha. I see you. You got the businessman, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 4, pulling him up, getting unique. Dude, I respect it. Mad respect. Hell yeah, dude. We love some St. Brown. CD Lamb goes, are we going to get double Justin Jefferson teams? We will not. So there's a sea of running backs right here. GT, James Cook. I have a lot more GT than I do James Cook. So let's just go with James Cook. We'll mix him in. Although I kind of might like GT over James Cook personally. I just might. But we're going to roll with it for the exposures. And who knows? Maybe he just comes back to us. Maybe Swish doesn't want to sink that shot. Just kidding. Are you on auto, buddy? Are you on auto, Swish? Now let's take a look down the board. Do we want to get real weird? I might just want to get real weird. We're near the end of the contest. Although I might take Kenneth Walker. Are you on auto? What's going on, Swish? Takes Jeremiah Love, so not on auto. I think I might just take Kenneth Walker. I don't know if I have James Cook and Kenneth Walker together, and I don't think it's going to be the most common with where they were getting drafted earlier. And at the back end of the draft, I kind of just like starting 2 running backs when I'm in these back 2 spots because receivers here just feel good. You don't always get good values to fall back to. So let's try this out. Let's try out some Ken Walker right here. All right, last big board. I'll draft battle you for the last one. All right, yo. You know what we got to do? Money ain't a thing. You know what we got to do? We got to hop in these 2-person streets. All right? We got to hop in these 2-person streets and truly battle it out. 1v1, my cash versus your cash. Hey, dude, I don't necessarily disagree with you. Kenneth Walker over Saquon. I think Saquon can definitely be a better pick, but I'm just getting a little different out here. Kenneth Walker wasn't falling to these back third of the 3rd round too often, so let's just try it out, man. I'm cool with it. Yeah, gonna make some crazy reaches. Bukowski is. I mean, you got Gibbs, so I'll respect it, man. Taking dollars, back in it, packing the traditional peace pipe to get in the right state of mind. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, lock in. Bukowski taking Pickens and Rice. Interesting. Yeah, taking dollars pulls up Chase Brown to get a little unique with CeeDee Lamb. I respect it. I was thinking about just pulling up Chase Brown with James Cook, but we'll go with the K9. We'll get Kenneth Walker. I'm all right with that. We're having fun today on this Sunday, man. Just getting some different combinations that I don't think we have when we only have 3 drafts left in this contest. But I think my next stream, I might just take like my favorite players with my last 2 drafts, you know? Damn. Yo, Texas Fox. This is a sick start, dude. St. Brown, Hampton, Nico. Now that's unique. And damn, dude, Game God, Puka Olave Bowers is pretty sick too. Because St. Brown Hampton is pretty common back here, but there's no way you're getting Nico at the back end of the 3rd. So that's an extremely unique combination for our boy Texas Fox here. And I respect it, man. I respect it. You ever going to go back and look at your earlier teams that you drafted? I have some great drafts from February. Yeah, I did a little bit last night. Like last night, I clicked on a few after our drafts just to see what's up. And there were some fun ones, man. Now, do we want to get T Mac as our first receiver, or do we want to just go running back heavy? Let's just try and get a third running back. Let's go Kyron. Why not? Let's try it out. T Mac's okay. I don't have a ton of Kyron. Let's just try this. Get a unique team that I definitely don't have. And I'm cool with it, man. We'll try it out. See how it goes. Yeah, Swish takes T Mac. Don't blame him. Not going to go with a running back here. Probably going to go with a receiver. And who's that going to be? We'll see who Swish takes first. Takes Bucky. So Lad, Igbuka, Zay Flowers. I think I'm going to go with Devonta Smith because I'm just going to take the chance that A.J. Brown ends up getting traded and Devonta Smith is the wide receiver 1 on that team. So typically, Devonta Smith as my first wide receiver might not feel the best, but in this fantasy world, we are saying that A.J. Brown ends up getting traded. So I'm cool with that. And totally fine reaching on Kenneth Walker right here for a unique combination because you're not getting these 4 picks. Like none of these 4 picks are going to be available in the 5th round. So in order to have this first start right here with these 4, you have to take them with your 4 picks, right? So Kenneth Walker, Kyron with James Cook is definitely a little unique for most of the contest and for me in particular. And then pulling up Devonta Smith a little bit, taking the chance that he is just the wide receiver 1 in Philly, even though they don't throw the ball a lot. So, I mean, we were getting some flack from the hater, Sentex legend, for taking Kenneth Walker over Saquon. But now we just made the bet that the passing game in Philly is going to be what you need instead of the running game. So that's the bet that I'm making in this team. And I think that's totally cool. I think it makes a lot of sense. We got DJ Moore pulled up to the 4th round for a delay to secure that Josh Allen stack. Don't hate that. See if Jay Wilson goes ahead and takes. Oh, and damn, J-Mo in the 5th too. Pretty sick. Doesn't go ahead and reach on Jaden Daniels. Totally fine. Could still fall back to you. Game God went and pulled up Judkins, which is very interesting. Makes me happy with my 3 running back start. I love some Demo here as well. Dave Montgomery, my most drafted running back. You have enough say. Damn, dude, and Libra did get the Zay Flowers. Lamar Jackson, man. It's never me. Or sorry, not Libra. The bastard. Respectfully. All right, Libra. Who are you going with, man? Damn, dude. Fuck. Devontae Adams would have been so nice on this team. Damn. Okay, I really don't like who's available for me right now. This sucks. This kind of sucks. I do not like this, and so I don't care. I'm gonna piss off Texas legend and take Parker Washington because I don't care. I really don't. I'm gonna do it. We'll make this guy mad, dude. This guy hates my takes. We don't care about ADP when we only have a couple teams left. I really don't, man. Like Christian Watson, Brian Thomas, I just don't love that much. And Carnell Tate, I think, is good, but I don't want to take Carnell Tate as my second receiver on this team in particular. So I'm just going to make the bet that Parker Washington's good. And then I was planning on taking Jalen Hurts in the 6th when we have Devonta Smith. So we just lock up that passing game in Philly because we're just betting that the Philly passing game is good. So trying something different, getting some different builds here at the end of my drafts. All right, we got Jordan Delaney The delay picking at 2. What's up? Thanks for joining this stream, my friend. And yeah, dude, I like your start a lot. Bijan, Trey McBride, Josh Allen is fun. And then I don't mind taking DJ Moore in the 4th just to secure your Josh Allen, especially when this contest is almost done. Maybe you don't have much of those paired together. And then still getting JMO in the 5th is just pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. Yeah, half of the draft is in this chat, which I mean, it makes it fun. It makes it fun and interactive, but definitely makes it tough. And I'm so jealous that Lieber got Devontae Adams right here at 58. Like, that's pretty crazy, man. If I got Devontae Adams on this team, that would have fit it so perfectly, especially with Kyron too. Get the Rams correlation. That would have felt so, so good. But, oh well, can't always have nice things. Bukowski going ahead and pulling up Dak Prescott with Pickens. Something we've seen quite a bit right here. And then maybe he's going to go for the Bo Nix, Jalen Waddle at the next turn. Could definitely see that. Don't hate it. Getting some unique stacks is never a bad thing. Yeah, I definitely will go look back at some earlier teams. Once I'm maxed out of this contest and like the war room, there's not really many drafts left. I might do like one draft and then just spend some time looking at some older teams and looking at some of my exposures a little bit more. I know the most controversial, Parker Washington, my highest drafted player, but that's a bet I'm willing to make, man. And the Jags are already talking about extending Parker Washington, which would be smart to do right now because I think he's going to have a great season and demand more money after this. So I'm cool with it. Also, are you from Canada, my friend? Delay? Because I didn't see this emoji. I see it on my phone to the left of me, but this little CA, that's Canada flag. Are you Canadian too, my friend? Shout out Canada. Heck yeah, man. And dude, this is a pretty nice start for you, money and a thing. In the middle, CMC, London, Jacobs, Burden, Odunze. Burden Odunze with Caleb's quite nice. And then you get Drake May too. I'm a little jealous. I can't lie. I'm a little jealous. Now, I have no choice but to draft wide receiver right here, very clearly. DK goes. I'll go ahead and take Addison, I guess. Right? I don't know. I don't know how great Addison is on this team. Oh well, I'm still gonna do it. Still gonna draft some Addison here. Sure. We have no choice but to go wide receiver. We really need to catch up. Not gonna take a falling Fannin. Even though I do kind of like Harold Fannin. Ricky Pearsall, I still like, but I have a lot of exposure to him already. And I don't know how much I want. On this team in particular, I think I'd rather go with a higher floor play in like Chris Godwin. So I'm going to do that. We're going to take the chance that Chris Godwin has a bounce back and is just good in Tampa Bay again. Opens up another quarterback for us at the next turn as well. So I am cool with that. I'm not going to take Trevor Lawrence, even though we have Parker Washington. I think it's a little expensive to take a second quarterback right here with the build that we have. So we're going to push it a bit and try and catch up at wide receiver because we are definitely thin. Over here on the East Coast. Oh, hell yeah. In New Brunswick? Damn. Y'all still got snow over there or what? Like in Vancouver, man, we had like almost no snow. We didn't really have any that stuck. It snowed like twice for a few hours, and there was like some on the ground for a bit that got like a little slushy, but didn't really stick that much. And yeah, dude, your money and thing, I can't lie, dude. You're kind of crushing your draft right now. I'll keep it real. Romeo Dobbs. I'll admit there's some receivers that I like more than Romeo Dobbs, but I totally get drafting him here when you have the stack with Drake May. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I like it, man. You got a double stack with Chicago. Getting the Burden Odunze is nice with Caleb. And then Drake May, Romeo Dobbs. Nice, unique stack. And then CMC Jacobs holding it down at running back with London as your wide receiver one. Yeah, that's a great team right there, man. I'll keep it real. That's a great team. And then Bo Nix, yeah, Bukowski does go with the Bo Nix, Jalen Waddle start. That's nice too. This is why it sucks here, man. This is why it sucks drafting with you guys sometimes, because y'all are sharp and you know how to draft. And even Bukowski reaches for Jaden Reed, who I was kind of hoping would fall back to me. So I respect it, man. What's up, Joseph? Southern Indiana here. Great spring day today. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It is a beautiful spring day, man. It's nice and sunny here. Got some blue skies. The sun is out. It's supposed to be sunny for like the next week as well, which we absolutely love. What we don't love is Kyler Murray getting pulled up with no other Vikings. Although Libra definitely could have taken Kyler with Jefferson right before us. So I didn't really have my hopes up for getting him with Addison, but we still have some other quarterback stacks available, hopefully at least. Nah, not snowing any there. It's raining like crazy here today, so the snow is gone. Well, I'll take rain over snow any day. I hate some snow, man. It looks pretty and stuff, but how inconvenient. It's just so inconvenient, man. And damn, taking dollars takes Baker from me. I guess you have Igbuka. I respect that. Okay. Well, I'll take Manungai falling this far past ADP as my fourth. I mean, pick 107. Sure. Why not? And yeah, maybe I could have gone with a quarterback instead of Chris Godwin or Jordan Addison. Oh, well, I'm cool with it. Yeah, Swish goes ahead and takes Jordan Love too. So we are definitely thinner at quarterback. But that's cool. We'll find our way. Now, Blake Corum. So we're not in the best spot. Don't love it. I'm just gonna reach for a quarterback. Like the receivers here are okay. We can maybe find some receiver values later, though. I think I'm just gonna take Shuck. We'll take Shuck. We don't have any stacks with him yet, but we also don't have any tight ends. Maybe we can get Juwan Johnson later. We'll see, but I don't know. I feel a little desperate for a quarterback right there with Jalen Hurts and the receivers that we have. Not the best team, but we'll roll with it, man. This is what happens at the back end of the draft. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way as much. And Kenneth Gainwell, too. Nice pick as your third running back. And then you got Kyle Pitts at 103. Taking dollars. Sorry, not taking dollars. Money ain't a thing. A lot of money-related names around here. But kind of crushing your draft there, dude. Kind of crushing. My team can still be good, too, though. If, our receivers hit the way they hit, if Godwin is back to being healthy, it can be good. If Addison has a good connection with Kyler, then he can be decent. Parker Washington, we're making the bet that he's just their wide receiver one in Jacksonville. And Devonta Smith, we're making the bet that A.J. Brown gets traded. And then our running backs are really strong. James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Kyron, and Kyle Manungai at 107. So we'll roll with it, man. We'll try it out. Just getting some different types of builds here to close out this contest. I'm cool with it. I'm drafting 150 teams. I don't want all my teams to be built in the same way. So, yeah, just got to take the scraps the room gives you. Usually go super rookie heavy at the back. Hit on some mispriced guys. Yeah, I think that's definitely a good move. It's fun just taking some chances on some rookies in around 18, 19, 20 type shit. Because they can just be good, man. What are your thoughts about CMC this year? You're worried about the injuries? Yeah, I definitely am. because CMC kind of seems like he gets injured every other year. But I'm still mixing him in because he can just be the best player in fantasy yet again. Although Kyle Shanahan was talking about sharing the workload a bit to take some wear and tear off of CMC, which makes sense, but fuck, I feel like he said that every single year. So how true is that? I don't know, man. But injuries definitely a little worrisome, but you can never just completely make your decisions based off potential injuries, right? Okay, Chris Rodriguez goes to taking dollars. That's a nice click there for your fourth running back. I like that. Aaron Jones. So we were really hoping that the wide receivers would come back to us. So let's go ahead and take Jaden Higgins. I'm happy with that as our fifth. And then we'll see who comes back to us next. Khalil Shakir goes. I would have considered Shakir. I really don't have like any Khalil Shakir. I think I have one team with Khalil Shakir, maybe two. It's just kind of boring. And yeah, I'm just going to double tap receiver right here so we can catch up a little bit and get Omar Cooper. So I think this rounds out our receiver room pretty well. Still quite thin, but a lot of guys that can just take a step up, hit our lineup, and be good because we're leaning into our quarterbacks, leaning into our running backs on this team, and then going to get some volume at tight end for sure. So I'm happy I got Higgins and Cooper right there. And I'm glad that I just took Shuck right here instead of one of these receivers because Higgins and Cooper aren't really in that different of a tier than these guys. They all have pretty similar ranges of outcomes. And I'd rather take Shuck than like Darnold or Stroud because at least he can run the ball. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You had the choice between Pitts or adding Chicago stack with Monangai. We went with Pitts. Yeah, if I were you, I would have gone with Pitts as well. Because when you drafted Luther Burden, Rome Odunze, Caleb, you're leaning into the passing game a lot more than the running game, right? And then Kyle Pitts is your first tight end who falls to you and is just a good value in the 100s. I definitely think you made the right decision there. And then getting Gainwell and Coleman, I respect it, man. I think you're doing quite a nice job right there. I bet you wish you got Omar Cooper over Denzel Boston. No. Maybe not, though. Denzel Boston was getting drafted around like pick 100 most of this contest. And then it started just falling like a rock. Whereas Omar Cooper was going in like the 200s and has just been rising more and more. And I'm going to keep taking him as he's rising because I just think he's good. So that's what I'm going to keep doing, man. Realized I also could have drafted Goddard maybe with Jalen Hurts, but that's all right. I'd rather catch up at receiver. There's still a ton of values at tight end later in the draft. Is the Zaza still available? Let's see. Yeah, I think so. The Zaza's been falling, man. Right here. Yeah, he's been falling. And I feel like he will play in his rookie year. But definitely falling for good reason. Damn it, taking dollars. Oh man, if I got Goddard back to me at 155, fuck, that would have felt nice, man. But we get Juwan Johnson, who was my plan to get right here when I took Tyler Shuck, because I know his ADP is right around here. So I was hoping that Juwan Johnson fell back to me. So I'm happy getting him as my first tight end. And do we want a third quarterback in like the Zaza or Jacoby? I think I'd rather just lean into my two. I'm cool with that. We could get a Sharbs on this team as like our fifth because we have four strong guys. So maybe Sharbs as a fifth running back might not be the worst pick. I'm either going to draft Sharbs or Chig. And I think I'd rather just get the good tight end because I like Chig. Getting Juwan Johnson and Chig. This is something I've done quite a few times as my first two tight ends, and I'm cool with it. Libra goes ahead and gets Charbonnet. That's fine, man. Taking dollars. Why'd you have to take Goddard from me? I'll trade you. I'll trade you Chig. Because if I got Juwan Johnson and Goddard with Tyler Shuck and Jalen Hurts, that would have felt really, really nice. But I still think this team's coming together pretty well. Definitely thin at wide receiver, but we have a lot of guys that can still get spike weeks, right? So I'm cool with it, man. I am cool with it. On opening day, you drafted Denzel Boston in the 80s. I don't see him going later than the early seconds. Still good value. Damn, dude, in the 80s. I do not have a lot of Denzel Boston. I just didn't have good vibes on him. And yeah, it seems like at the latest he'll go early second and can still be good. But I have 2.3% Denzel Boston. Not someone I was drafted a ton of. And I think I have him at like 160 on a team. But then again, it's only one player, right? Like the rest of your team also matters. Kirk Cousins, like worst case scenario for a mid rookie quarterback, isn't Kirk Cousins worst case scenario for a rookie quarterback? Yeah, probably, honestly, because Kirk is serviceable and can definitely play the whole season. And I think Kirk Cousins is going to play most of the season, right? Because you have to think about Tom Brady is one of the owners now. And what did Tom Brady do? He sat behind Drew Bledsoe. Is that who his name? I'm pretty sure. Sat behind him. Not like he was a first round pick or anything. He was a 6th round pick, but still sat, got some time to learn. And that worked out pretty well for him. Worked out pretty well for Patrick Mahomes. So there's a track record of quarterbacks sitting behind a veteran for their first year. Even Jordan Love, behind Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers behind Brett Favre. It works out, man, where these guys, they don't need to feel pressure to start right away and they can just develop and get better. I think that's quite good for them. But I know teams also like to see what they have in their rookie quarterback in their rookie season. So if the Raiders are just trash, if they're like 5-10 after like 16 weeks, I would really just expect them to put in damn, okay. I was kind of hoping for AD Mitchell, then maybe take Gino. Let's go with Tesla though. Let's go with Tesla. Get a Detroit Lion on this team. I don't have a ton of Tesla as well, so he falls to us. We can still use some receivers, so I'm cool mixing them in right here. I'm happy with that. And yeah, not a ton of great tight ends fell back to us, so I'm kind of happy I took Chig with our last pick. And we'll see who's here next for us. Eli Stowers gets taken. Who is going to be available? I would consider Tajay Spears. Not these guys. I think Tajay Spears probably makes the most sense as our 5th running back. Could take like a Kayshon Boutte, who's good as well. No, actually, I'm gonna go with the Booty. I'm gonna snatch some booty on this team because I still really like our 4 running backs, and I feel like we can find a decent 5th down here. Whereas receivers, they really start to thin out, like down in this range, and they don't feel as solid. At least Kayshon Boutte's been proven to be like a good spike week guy, and it rounds out our receiver room a little nicer. So I'm cool with that because we're just really, really leaning into our top running backs on this team. So Kayshon Boutte, 182. Also, hot take. Here's the thing. If AJ Brown gets traded to Philly, I would not be surprised if Keishon Boutte is involved in the trade back to Philly. To me, that would just make sense, right? Like, do you really need Keishon Boutte on the the Patriots, who's going to be in a contract year, maybe next year even. He's in a contract year. I'm not quite sure. Or the year after, but getting close to the end of his rookie deal. And you get A.J. Brown when you have Romeo Dobbs. You have Kyle Williams, who you drafted in the 3rd round last year. You have Mac Hollins, who's a deep threat. Do you really need Boutte on your team? So maybe he's just involved in the trade to go to Philly. And we end up with a stack that way. You know, we'll just galaxy brain that shit. I'm cool with trying that out. And just getting more solid at receiver because we started really thin with our 8. So I'm cool with that, man. Yeah, I'm with you with Kirk Cousins. Like, it's not great for the Zaza. I also have like 12% Zaza in the big board. And I'm not going to be drafting him in the summer contest because I feel like he's going to fall to like round 16, 17, 18. Maybe even just round 18. And I would be drafting him around 18 for sure. Are there any other rookie running backs you like other than Jeremiah Love? I feel like the rookie running backs are always league winners. Yeah, rookie running backs are always like good bets. Situation definitely matters, and like players possibly getting injured definitely matters for them. But honestly, there's none that stand out too much. I think my most drafted rookie running back is Nicholas Singleton, and y'all are gonna hate my reasoning for it, but it's literally because I think he has a cool name, and I've heard he has some juice too, and he comes from a good school, Penn State. So, damn, Tajay Spears almost fell back to us as well, who we were considering at 182. And taking dollars just got to snatch it from us again. Of course. Now, I want a 3rd tight end. I think I'm just going to take Pat Freiermuth right here. Stands out the most to me as our tight end. We don't want Swish to take him instead of us, so let's go with that. And then so I'm cool with our 3 tight ends. Do I want another receiver here, or do I want to push that? Do I want a running back here? Oh, I know who I'm going to take. If he's available. We'll see what Swish does. Swish takes Trey Tucker with the Zaza and Pat Bryant. I'm going to take Kamara. We have Tyler Shuck. So if he just stays on the Saints and can get some role in the pass catching game, I'm cool with that, man. And if he's a 0, then so be it. Also makes me feel pretty comfortable stopping at 5 when we're making the bet that Kamara is just going to play on the Saints this year and get some spike weeks. At pick 206, who cares? I'm pretty fine with that. So I think I'm going to roll with that, man. And then be done at 5 running backs. I'm cool with that. Totally cool with that. I think that worked out pretty well for us. If it was Bledsoe, Brady, Romo, both sat behind Bledsoe. Oh, Brady and Romo both sat behind Bledsoe. That is pretty funny, man. And yo, Burrito Boy. What's up, Burrito Boy? How we doing, Colton? Played against Bledsoe's kid in high school. Their team was ridiculous. Damn, dude. You know what's funny, man? Like, I think this was last summer. Last summer, I was like smoking a joint outside my apartment, and there's like some train tracks nearby. So I was just sitting on the train tracks. There's not active train tracks. There's no train that goes through there anymore. But this guy, like, came, like, parked his vehicle, came up and just started talking to me. And he ends up telling me that, because what he asked, like, what I was doing or something. I was literally doing a draft on my phone at the time. And he started telling me that Troy Aikman is like his cousin or something like that, or like his great uncle or like step uncle, but had some relationship to Troy Aikman. But let me tell you, this guy was like he was a skid, man. did not look like an impressive human being, and so that just made me laugh. Like, I don't think you're FaceTiming Troy Aikman or anything, or have any contact whatsoever. Respectfully. Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska, a rookie running back that you're eyeballing this season. Yeah, a lot of people are on the Emmett Johnson hype. Particularly before the combine, people loved Emmett Johnson. And I wasn't drafting him a ton early in the contest, and then I kind of got roped into drafting him a little more before the combine, and then that kinda just went all the way downhill, and I haven't drafted him too much since. I've mixed him in a bit. He went at 145 here, which is a lot higher than he normally goes to Bukowski. But, hey, Bukowski said he was gonna be reaching for players on his team, so I respect it, man. I respect it. Emmett Johnson's the man. People scared because I ran a 4.53. What a joke. He's awesome. Yeah, he definitely could be. I mean, Bucky Irving ran slow his rookie year. I think his first run was like 4.59 or something like that, which isn't too pretty. Now, I'm just going to draft Kirk Cousins because we don't need a fourth tight end. We don't need a sixth running back. We don't need 10 receivers. So let's just get some floor on this team and get Kirk Cousins. Even if we don't have a Raider, that's fine. We could get Hollywood Brown with Philly, but we drafted the Raiders, so why not take like Jack Besh? Second round draft pick. Maybe he just plays a bit. Maybe he's just better with Kirk Cousins. I think I might just take some Jack Besh. Not someone I've drafted a ton of. Or we just go Hollywood Brown on Philly, who's probably a better bet than Jack Besh. Like, do we really need a stack with Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins, Jack Besh. No, I'm just gonna go Hollywood. I just think he's better than Jack Besh. I think he's a better bet. So we'll get another stack with Jalen Hurts. I'm cool with that. And then a naked Kirk Cousins. Who cares, man? Who cares if there's not a stack with him? At least he gives a little more floor. At pick 227, we can afford him on this team. So I think that makes sense. So we finish with a 3.593 on this team. And let's see. Damn, 4.5 is bad. Definitely makes sense. Hard to like him. I'm a little too stoned now. The draft got away from me a couple times that I tried to taper back together. Maybe we'll take a look after this. What's up, Gab? Young Jiri, baby. How we doing, Young Moolah, on this beautiful Sunday? And have I been to Cali before? Yes, I have. I've been to LA, I think twice. I've been to LA. That was a long time ago, though, when I was a teenager. Happy Bunny Day, Jamie. Dude, I got to get a workout in, but I want to do a third draft so bad. Let me hop in a war room and see what it's like. Let's hop in a war room. Fucking developer mode, man. Gosh dang, dude. Okay, I'm going to join on my phone. We'll see if we can join this quickly. If we can join it like in the next 5 minutes or so, then I'd be down to do it. Let's join on my phone right here. See if we can get this thing rolling. Okay, we're waiting for 4. We can probably fill this. Oh, it joined me in 2? I don't want to join 2. I'm definitely leaving that other one. Okay, we're waiting for 1. Fuck it, dude. We'll do a third draft today. It's Sunday. All right. I like doing some longer streams on Sunday. This is my first war room. And I didn't even get a chance to go over the last team. I just wanted to join it right away. And okay, at least we got pick 3. So this is a 4 entry max. Okay, what is going on here, man? No, dude, I don't want notifications. This is a 4-entry max. So getting pick 3, I'm quite happy with right here. And we got some of the homies in here too, taking dollars again. Ruckus. I'm sure Ruckus is in these streams. Yo, Ruckus, say what's up in the chat, dog. Say what's up in the chat. Taking dollars. I hate that you're always so close to me, man, because you always get the picks that I want. But you're a good drafter. Just get back on the dishes, dude. Just keep doing the dishes, all right? Goblor. It looks like a familiar name. We got Game God in here. Young Moolah in the house. We got Burrito Boy, Colton, Delay in here as well. If anyone else is in here, definitely let me know. Got some of the homies. So we get a top 3 pick. I love that, man. Getting Jamar Chase feels great in this contest. This is a 2 out of 12. So I'm cool with that. And Who Hames is going live in a few hours. You're going to join him? Hell yeah, dude. Go check out Jamie with Who Hames. That's pretty sweet, man. And we'll definitely get Jamie on the channel one day. Probably going to wait to get more guests on for the summer drafts just because, like, I'm almost out. Unless people want to join me for some DraftKings. If people want to join me on the DraftKings streets, I'd definitely be down for that too. Y'all let me know. And we'll get our boy Young Moolah. In here as well. You're going to want to click this 20th round pick. The rest of your team's guaranteed 3rd round capital quietly storming up draft boards. Who was it? Did you take him in the last draft? Because I didn't even go over that. But you need to spend a week at Manhattan Beach. You give me Cali vibes for some reason. Dude, it's the long blonde hair, all right? Long blonde hair is straight Cali vibes. But, we got that West Coast energy too. I also love some California rappers like Nipsey Hussle, one of my favorite rappers. For sure. Big California guy. Yeah, dude, we got that long blonde hair energy, Yeah, Montgomery, Kareem Hunt, both slower, similar size to Emmett Johnson. He can definitely still be good, man. Combine's a little overrated. Tape is definitely the most important. And Gibbs or Chase, I'm definitely Chase over Gibbs. Or sorry. Pause. I'm definitely Gibbs over Chase. Gibbs over Chase. All right. But I love Chase as well. And good luck, gents. Hope your teams suck. Hey, back at you, buddy. Back at you. Yeah. What's up, Drew? 103 is definitely a great pick, man. Any of the top 3, even the top 4, I still think Puka is a good pick. And St. Brown at 12 in this draft room. Lucky. Let me go ahead and actually, I'll wait till after my next pick because I didn't even review my last team or take a look at anyone else's. I just wanted to hop in a war room to see if we could fill it because we tried to join it before and it took a little longer. So wanted to try getting in this one first. I'm cool with it. This one is also a 2 out of 12 advance. So a little thinner for the first round, but easier to advance afterwards. So a little more floor might be good in this tournament. We'll see, though. I don't think I'm really going to draft that differently. I kind of just try and draft the best team that I can in the draft room regardless. The one tournament that I might draft a little differently is like the high stakes tournament where you have like 4 out of 12 teams advancing. I think that changes things a little more than going to 2 out of 12. Personally, we'll see what Goblor does. I'm going to draft one of these top 2 guys either way. London or McBride are going to be on my team. He takes McBride, so I'm not going to hesitate. We're going to take Drake London. Drake London, Jamar Chase. That's a fun start right there, man. I'm cool with that. And Ruckus takes Derrick Henry. That's also a good pick. We could look at a running back if we want. Probably a good idea when it's 2 out of 12. And yeah, uniqueness might be good in this too. Reaching on Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. Very interesting. Although I'm really tempted to just go Nico and go 3 strong receivers. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to try this. Why not? Because we get Drake London past ADP. We get Nico past ADP. So this is only a 4 entry max. So trying to get just a rare combination of receivers, I'm cool with it, man. Even though when the advance rate for this is a lot easier, like 2 out of 12 and then 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10, kind of makes running backs a little more valuable than receivers, but a 30-seat final also pretty low. So don't necessarily need the highest of high ceilings. However, shoot, man, we could just need Jamar Chase, Drake London, and Nico Collins. All those guys could get 30 points any given week, which is what we like. Now, let's take a look at this team quickly. Our last one. We got Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck, Kirk Cousins, naked Kirk Cousins, but I think it makes sense on this team because we didn't really need any other position, and it gives us a little more floor, which I'm cool with. We got strong running backs, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Kyron Williams, Kyle Monangai at 107, and then Alvin Kamara. Receivers, we kind of just got a big clump of them. We got Devonta Smith, just taking the chance that A.J. Brown does get traded. Parker Washington, I just like Parker Washington. Jordan Addison, Chris Godwin, Jaden Higgins, Omar Cooper, Isaac Tesla, Keyshawn Boutte, Hollywood Brown. Doesn't really feel like there's any zeros on this team. You know, barring injury, like it feel like we're getting points from all these guys regardless. So having those guys as our 9 feels good. And then Juwan Johnson, Chig, Pat Fryermuth, I'm happy with those 3 tight ends as well. Totally cool with that, man. So kind of a fun team how it turned out. We definitely reached on some players, but it's unique. And I'm cool with that. Like James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Kyron, a unique trio right there with Devonta Smith. And I'm happy with it, man. It's a fun team to have in our portfolio. Dude, AJ Brown's still here in the 4th round? What the fuck, dude? Yo. This draft room is wild. People are getting wild in the war room, man. Devonta Smith goes above AJ Brown? Yo, this was not the team to... Dude, Delay is fucking crushing this draft. Justin Jefferson, Omarion Hampton, Josh Allen, and AJ Brown. This is sick, dude. Absolute sick start. And Young Moolah, I don't hate it, man. Zay Flowers, Lamar right there. I see what you did pulling up Zay to get the Lamar. In a contest like this, getting that unique team, not a bad idea, man. That's great. Plus, this is a fresh contest, right? So ADPs don't really matter nearly as much as they did in the big board, at least like historically, right? Mike Evans goes, but damn, dude, wide receivers were falling. Kyron at 44? Holy, man. Dude, if I got Kyron on this team, oh my goodness, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. And then Bucky goes, I would have loved Bucky as well. Dude, it's so hard for me to pass on JMO. It is so hard. And I'm not going to. Oh. No, I'm going to take JMO. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I want JMO on my team. I was also really considering Colston Loveland. But we're going to go with JMO, man. We're going to go with that. Probably this is not the best strategy for drafting the war room. Definitely better for like a best ball mania or a big board or a puppy when there's like hundreds of teams in the finals. But I'm still cool with it, man. I'm still cool with it. Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels. I definitely don't hate that either. That's one thing I was considering doing. Taking Terry. Oh, fuck. You took Demo? God damn it, dude. Damn. Okay, I was actually really hoping that I got Demo with that pick. I'm just going to get some floor play on this team. I feel like we need it, so I'm going to reach for Swift. I feel like he gives us a little more floor than Travion Henderson. Fuck. Okay, maybe I played that the wrong way. I was kind of really hoping that we got David Montgomery here. But I know a lot of people like Swift more than Demo. I just like Demo more. But let's try this out, man. Let's try this out. I was also hoping for Bucky here. Or Kyron would have felt really good in the 4th round. but that's okay, man. That's okay. We still got an amazing start. Yeah, who needs running backs? If this was Best Ball Mania though, or the big board, I probably would have just drafted 5 receivers to start because I still think the value is there. And I also really considered Colson Loveland here in the 4th round, but I just like the value I can get at tight ends later over wide receivers. So let's just try getting super strong at wide receivers. Everyone's zigging here. I'm gonna zag. And young Moolah, getting Travion Henderson here at 56 when you pulled up Flowers and Lamar, that's a nice, unique team there, man. I like it. We're definitely winning at receiver. So I'm cool with that and just leaning into that, We're winning the contest at receiver so far. I'm happy with it. '20th round in the last draft, finished at 20%. Dejan Sterling, he's quietly soaring up draft boards and going to be a 3rd round pick, undrafted the entire contest. Interesting. Never even heard that name before, but hey, if you're right, respect to you, man. Mad props. Mad props. Yeah, hopefully we can pull this team together, man. But we're definitely taking a different strategy. There is a nice mix of strategies throughout the draft. Going to be a lit room. It is, man. And there's a lot of sharp drafters in here. A lot of people watching the stream in here too. Of course, I was hoping for Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase. I didn't really get my hopes up, and I wasn't going to pull him up here. I'd rather get a first running back, I think, than pulling up Joe Burrow personally. So I'm cool with that. Damn, if I got Kyron here, if I got Kyron with my 4th pick, that would have just been like maybe my favorite start that I've ever had in these pre-draft contests. But can't always have nice things. And damn, Trevor Lawrence at 67. Wow. Wow. People are getting their guys in this room, man. People are treating this like a high stakes room. For sure. Okay, Mekhi Lemon goes, so I don't have to be tempted by him. I think getting RJ Harvey here as my 2nd running back just makes sense. So we'll go ahead and do that. DeAndre Swift, RJ Harvey as my first 2 running backs. I am cool with that. And we'll see what Taking Dollars and Ruckus do here. Ruckus takes Alec Pierce as his 2nd receiver. Definitely needed a receiver with only George Pickens. Makes sense. Could take Caleb Williams here with his next pick. I'm going to draft one of these quarterbacks, whoever's available. And I would love one of these guys. Even though they're unstacked, I don't care. And he takes Drake May. Very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and take Jalen Hurts over Caleb Williams. We don't have any Chicago Bears. And Hurts has like some more backstack options. And just Hurts at 75 is just a good pick, man. So I'm cool with that. I think that worked out pretty well for us, actually. We got Swift. We got Harvey. I still like David Montgomery over DeAndre Swift. Oh, fuck, dude. Maybe we should have got Caleb because we have Swift. Damn, dude. That actually would have... I forgot we had Chicago. Oh. Maybe I would have drafted Caleb with Swift, actually. But, people are just getting their guys, dude. I'm still cool with getting Hurts, though. I'm totally fine with that. I still think Hurts is probably going to finish with more fantasy points than Caleb, even though Caleb was pretty good last year. And he's in a Ben Johnson offense. He does run the ball. But Jalen Hurts, hopefully they get a better, hopefully their offensive coordinator is just better. There have been some like negative reports on Jalen Hurts recently, but I still like him for fantasy football. And in the 7th round, like Jalen Hurts has literally never been that cheap. And last time he was like a 6th round pick, he made people a lot of money. So I'm cool with that, man. He's no Reggie Virgil. Yo, Levernucky loves his Reggie Virgil, man. Yo, number 39 like. We got 39 likes in here. Hell yeah, man. Can we get to 40? 40 would feel pretty good. Wow. What's up, Fantasy Dog? How we doing today on this beautiful Sunday? If this was 2018, I'd be I'd be considered a wizard with this running back room. In the year 2026, though, I'm sketched. Let's check it out, Burrito Boy. Yeah, CMC Saquon for sure. I've seen quite a few people with this start CMC Saquon. It could be great. It could be awful. But at the same time, it's kind of how you want to draft best ball teams, right? Where you just go for best case scenario. Like it's very, very possible that CMC and Saquon are just RB1, RB2. Very possible. Yeah, maybe I wish I took Caleb over Hurts. Just because we have some DeAndre Swift who does catch passes. But Hurts still has some back stacks. Caleb doesn't really have any back stacks after. Because all of his skill players have kind of already gone. So I'm cool with that. And Cortland Sutton for Young Moolah at pick 89. Yo, Young Moolah, you're kind of crushing this, man. I don't love Cam Scatabo, as y'all know, but pick 65, why not? Gives you some uniqueness, right? Then you get Dak with CD, and then Sutton at 89 is pretty nice. I respect it, man. And damn, J.K. Dobbins goes. J.K. Dobbins would have felt good on this team, even though I have R.J. Harvey, so maybe not. But I'm cool with it. We'll see who comes to us. A lot of good players still available, and I don't think I'm going to pass on Ricky Pearsall falling to me. Even though we have really good receivers, let's just make him even better, man. Pick 94, Ricky Pearsall. I like it. I am cool with that. And I'm going to have a hard time not taking one of these tight ends. Kind of a hard time not taking Kyle Pitts here. We could take Monangai, but we already have DeAndre Swift. Could take Corum, but I'm a little scared that they draft a running back. But we might just need to take Blake Corum on this team. Blake Corum or Kyle Pitts. I feel like I can get volume at tight end later, so let's just go with a running back. We'll take Blake Corum because I don't really want Kyle Monangai as my third when I have DeAndre Swift. And I reached on Swift, so I'm taking the bet that Swift is just good. So maybe the Rams, they don't trade up for Jeremiah Love and Blake Corum. We didn't get Kyron to fall to us. So maybe just Blake Corum is the guy you need instead. And I'm cool with that. We can get some tight ends later. Even though I like the tight end values, it's the easiest position to get later. So what's up, Chad Candles? How we doing on this beautiful Sunday, man? GM. Another streamer that I definitely need to collab with in the future. Going to be doing a lot more collabs in the summer drafts when we have just more drafts available. Gets a little tough when there's not too many left because I only have 2 big boards left. I'm in my first war room right now. Maxed out the little board, maxed out the bigger board. But in the summer drafts, definitely want to be collabing with more people. It's some fun times. Although I'm gonna have to wake up early on the West Coast here to get with my boy Chad Candles. You're gonna win this draft because you're not battling the sensei, aka me. Hey, dude, honestly, man, you can talk your shit today because you did draft a pretty sick team last draft. All right. I'm kind of gonna have a hard time watching you select anyone other than Dejon Stribling in the last round. Let me see, like, what's this guy going? Oh, he's a wide receiver. I thought he was a running back. Dejon Stribling. That's a mouthful right there. Pause. But that's cool, man. Kyle Monangai at 111. That's a nice value too for Burrito Boy. We still only have one quarterback. Definitely need to consider quarterback. in the future picks, but we'll see who comes to us. I didn't even realize Jared Goff went to taking dollars there in the 9th round. One other thing about this kind of contest, when it's like 2 out of 12 was definitely a little thinner to advance at first, but then 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10 for a 30-seat final, stacking not as important. Damn, dude, receivers are just fucking staying here in this draft. That's crazy. So many receivers. Not the best draft to go heavy on receiver because they're just falling like crazy, man. Absolutely falling like crazy. But I'm still just going to keep taking values. See what Goblor does. There's one player I would like, and he takes Jaden Reed. Okay, I would have really liked Jaden Reed. I think I'm just going to take Tyler Shuck. I'm going to take Tyler Shuck right here. I think that makes sense for us. Just get a quarterback because I don't want to get boxed out at quarterback completely, and I don't want to rely on Stroud. I don't want to rely on Tua. So I'm cool with taking Shuck right there. And now, who do we want with our next pick? Could take a Jordan Mason at running back or a Chris Rodriguez. I'm going to take one of these guys probably. Get a 4th solid guy. I think I'm going to go Chris Rodriguez over Jordan Mason just because I think he has more upside. And we can definitely use upside in this room. So I'm cool with that. Our receivers are really, really strong. And now we're catching up at running back a bit to hopefully just get some decent amount of points. And Aaron Jones goes above Jordan Mason. Don't hate it. So let's go with this. I'm cool with it. Also, just realized we drafted Jalen Hurts and Tyler Shuck in our last draft as well. So that's interesting. Oh, damn, delay. Kyler Steele hurt. Was real tempted to take him in the previous round, but couldn't pull him up with Allen already in the same team. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would not have drafted Kyler at 86. I'm always trying to push quarterbacks. I don't really like reaching for quarterbacks too much. I mean, maybe in a tournament like this where it's smaller and like 2 out of 12 advance and there's a little more floor and it's only a 4 entry max. So if you want to just get your guys, people are going to get their guys more. But I would also take Ramondre there at 86. Because when you have Josh Allen, man, you don't need to force it. Plus, you had JJ and you had Addison. So there's less chance that someone would take Kyler. But this person also didn't have a quarterback yet. So taking Kyler naked, I don't hate that at all for them. Because they missed out on Herbert when they had Ladd as well. So that makes sense. Sometimes you don't always get it. You don't always get what you want. But I like the Kincaid pick right there for you. And you get a nice fall on Jordan Mason as well. So your team's still coming together quite well, you know? I like it, man. You got a good team over there, Delay. Truly is a war room. It is, man. In these, like, I mean, $25 isn't considered high stakes. But for the pre-draft, it's one of the more expensive drafts, right? Because the little board was like $3. And then the big board is 10. And bigger board's 100, which is obviously the highest stakes. Doesn't seem like they're doing a biggest board this year, unless they just dropped that late. Because they had that the year before, like the $250 draft for pre-draft best ball. But yeah, them taking Kyler Malik was smart. You don't really want to get boxed out too much in this draft, so can't really blame them there. Sadly, I think the Bears drafted another running back. Don't even know if there's value, but I'll take him after the drop. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I do not have a lot of Kyle Monangai, but when he falls into the hundreds, I really don't mind drafting him because, I mean, it's just unique, right? Damn, dude, wide receivers are falling like crazy. Okay, I'm really happy now. I was considering taking Goddard with my last pick, but we get him to fall to us right here, which is absolutely perfect when we have Jalen Hurts naked. So I love that. And the wide receiver values here are nice. Like Jalen McMillan at 144 for taking dollars, kind of crushing that right now, man. Kind of crushing that. We'll see what Ruckus does. I don't think he's going to take the guy I want. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and take Juwan Johnson to stack with Tyler Shuck. So this actually worked out quite well for us, where we got Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck with Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson. I like that a lot. We're double stacking our quarterbacks, our onesie positions with our onesie positions. And we got 4 decent running backs. They're not great, but they're going to play. They're going to get points, right? And then our wide receivers, we're expecting to carry our team with Jamar Chase, Drake London, Nico Collins, J-Mo, and Ricky Pearsall. That 5 wide receiver room is so sick. And then we're rounding out our tight end room quite well with Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson, with Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck. So that feels pretty great, actually. And our running backs aren't terrible. Swift, Harvey, Corum, Chris Rodriguez. We have some points right there, you know? None of them are like the clear alpha starting running back, but they're all going to be involved. They're all going to get some spike weeks, and they all have high contingent upside as well. So I'm cool with that, man. This would definitely be a better team in like the big board or Best Ball Mania, but I'm still cool with it in the war room. I like it. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out for me. Although it's really interesting that wide receivers have been falling a lot in this draft room. Like McMillan at 144, there was just a lot of receivers that fell. Jaden Reed went 117, QJ 119. I still like the way it turned out for me, though. Could have maybe been a little better, but we can't always have nice things. Can't always have the nicest of things. And let's see. We got 39 likes in here. Can we get that to 40? Someone who hasn't hit the like button, you want to be number 40. Just get a nice even number. Would always feel good. We're doing 3 drafts today on this beautiful Sunday. Having fun with it too, man. I like doing some longer streams on Sunday. Probably going to be mixing in some DraftKings drafts soon too, just so I can keep drafting, doing it daily, doing our thing. Okay, so we're pretty flexible for the rest of the draft as to what we want to do. We can take a quarterback, we can take a running back, we can take a receiver, we can take a tight end. So we're just kind of best player available from this point on, which feels good to have that flexibility for sure. Chig goes to Young Moolah. I like that pick, man. I like me some Chig. I like getting Chiggy with it. We'll see who comes back to us. Fernando Mendoza could be a fun click. Wouldn't mind some Debo, some Jerry Judy. We'll see who comes. Taking a while. Jerry Judy does get taken. Game God. Okay. I wanted Juwan Jennings. I definitely want Juwan Jennings. 164. Damn, dude. That's a nice click right there, man. I was trying to fake you out. Zaza, Debo. I'm going to go Brian Robinson. Just the player that I want the most, who I think helps this particular team right here. So I'm going to roll with that, man. We're going to roll with that and see who comes back to us with our next pick. Yeah, tight end's pretty thin right now. I was kind of hoping Emmett Johnson would come back to me, but I think Brian Robinson on this particular team makes a little more sense. for me, and he nails her, hardly knows her. I think I am just going to take Debo. I think that's fine. Could take AJ Barner, who I like as well, but I think I can push tight end a little bit. Get a receiver that I like. So our receivers still remain a strength of our team. Even though I don't love Debo that much, 171, it's whatever, man. Brian Robinson, Debo, that's cool. I'm fine with that. Because there's still a bunch of tight ends. And I feel like we're going to get at least one of them that I like coming back to us. Yeah, you can always get Jeremy in the 20th. Might have to take him higher than 20th, but that's a rookie that a lot of people certainly like. Oh, is that on DraftKings? There's some wild drops on DraftKings. Did 2 contests last night and got the lemon. Pick 80 and then 88th. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. I have the lemon on pick 81 on one of my teams in the big board, which I've never seen the lemon go farther than 81 in underdog. So that feels great for my portfolio. And I also have a team with Rashee Rice at pick 46, which feels pretty sweet now. And I think I posted both of those teams on my Twitter. So if you haven't followed my Twitter, I don't post a ton of like takes and stuff like that, at least yet. I'm brand new to the Twitter sphere, but at Jiri Football, if you want to follow the Twitters, it's the same handle. But I also usually announce when I'm going live on Twitter. If you don't have the notifications on, you can check the Twitters and definitely get up to date there. I'm sure eventually I'll start posting some like takes and just regular tweets and shit like that. But we're just easing into this. All right. I'm brand new to the streaming game, brand new to the Twitter sphere. I'm not trying to, go over the top and overwhelm myself with anything too soon. You know what I mean? You have the lemon at 76, 18 picks after ADP at the time. That is nice. We do love the lemon falling. I still think he's just good at football, man. I think he's going to go to a good team. Even if he goes to Miami, he can get like 10 targets a game in Miami, especially with the type of player that he is. Like, I think it's just a good pick. See who's available for us next. Still some good players on the board for sure. A lot of good values. Probably done at these 2 quarterbacks. Could get a third for like some advance rate help, but it's not necessary. Don't need to force anything. We'll see who's there for us. Eli Stowers, Sean Tucker for Young Moolah. I'm just locked in right now, man. Might not be talking as much because we're just so locked in. Jeremy Bernard. People definitely are very focused and locked in this draft as well. I mean, everyone also has a badge except for King Solaire. So got some experienced people in here. I mean, you can't judge a drafter based on his badge. Just means you're a degenerate, essentially. But we're happy with it. I like some competitive draft streets, And it looks like we're going to get a good player with our next pick. Adonai Mitchell goes, so we're going to take AJ Barner without a doubt. And I was considering taking AJ Barner over Debo with my last pick. So Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson, AJ Barner, pretty sick tight end room right there. And there's a couple players that I would definitely consider drafting with my next pick. We'll see who's available for us, though. See who is available. Okay, Tank Bigsby goes. That's someone I really would have liked on this team. Not Mason Taylor, though. Alvin Kamara, another player I would have considered. You know what? I think I am just going to take Tua. We can afford a third quarterback on this team. We have double Atlanta with Drake London, Brian Robinson, and I think Tua is going to play more than Michael Penix. So let's just take him as some floor play. And probably going to draft 2 more running backs and then 1 more receiver. Although, honestly, I don't mind stopping at just 6 receivers on this team and trying to go thin. It might be hard to advance the 2 out of 12, but I think having these 6 receivers might actually be an edge for the 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10, and then 30-seat final. Because they're good, man. Debo as my 6th, if he just ends up in like a decent landing spot, I think that's fine. And any receiver that we could draft could very well just be a 0. So I might just take 3 shots at running back and get 8 running backs and 6 receivers, which would be definitely a weird build. But I wouldn't hate it, especially when I just invest so much in these receivers. And I mean, we got Ricky Pearsall at 94, which feels great. We got JMO as our 4. You know, Drake London, Nico, Chase. Like, these are 3 absolute studs, right? Like, Chase, London, Nico is a pretty unique triple wide receiver start because also there's not a lot of teams starting 3 wide receivers. So just really, really leaning into that might be the move. But we'll see who's available. Not going to force anything. Like, y'all know, I would love Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill, one of my favorite players, obviously one of my highest drafted players. Y'all know, I have like 87% Tyreek Hill. I draft him on like every single team. So I'm really hoping no one takes him ahead of me. Oh, damn. Demario Douglas. Don't see a lot of Pop Douglas getting drafted. Not a terrible click. And Matt Collins. Interesting. But no Drake May. Just want to double up on New England. Maybe you don't think that A.J. Brown goes to New England. Maybe that's your play. Sorry, yeah, A.J. Brown. But then again, you drafted Devonta Smith over A.J. Brown. So if A.J. Brown does get traded, Devonta Smith would be a good click. But then A.J. Brown probably going to New England. Interesting. That's all right. You were considering Barner instead of Dell. Think he provides a nice floor weekly. Had some spike weeks last year too. Yeah, dude, I like AJ Barner. He's my most drafted tight end. I have like 24% AJ Barner. So definitely a player that I'm really in on and highly invested in. I just think he's good. Like, I think he's good at football. He's going into his 3rd year. Tight ends usually take longer to develop. He caught like 6 touchdowns last year and got a tush push. So he gets the tush pushes, which is also valuable. Plus, I think Seattle probably passing the ball more this year than they did last year with their situation going on with their running backs. Just kind of makes a little sense. And I think AJ Barner can benefit like that. So pick 190 especially. I think that's an absolute smash. Najee Harris is someone I really would have liked on this team. So is Ray Davis. So a little bummed out we don't get those guys. You know, why is no one taking Tyreek Hill? Come on now. Why is no one taking Tyreek Hill? Okay, this is not great for our running backs. We can take Katron. Just a rookie. We don't have any rookies on the team. So why not? Let's just take Katron. Sure. Who cares? Get some rookie upside. And do I want a 7th receiver? Or do I want to just try and go super thin with 6? It's an interesting debate. And I'm kind of leaning towards just sticking with my 6 when I have these 5 to start and then Debo as my 6th. Feels fine. I think I'm going to draft Justice Hill next just because I think he can contribute points. So let's try that. Probably just going to get some points. We just need some help at running back, really. I'm cool with that. I do like Flournoy as well. Tyreek Hill still undrafted. This is the latest I've seen Tyreek Hill still on the board, which is kind of wild. And maybe I would have preferred to draft a running back instead of Tua. If Kamara was there, I probably would have taken him over Tua, but that's all right. Katron Allen, Justice Hill. We got like some rookie upside. Maybe Katron is just good. I mean, damn, is Tyreek Hill just going to go undrafted in this room? Don't blame him. I don't like Tyreek Hill whatsoever. How many likes we at? 41. If there's any way we can get to 50, I would do a fourth draft. But probably unlikely, considering we got 28 people watching. However, if y'all can manage to get to 50, I'll do a fourth draft. And we'll keep it rolling on this beautiful Sunday. But we will see. I kind of like doing these longer streams on the weekend. When we get like the summer drafts, I'll definitely do some like draft marathons on the weekend where we just go real long. I think it's fun. A lot of interesting players still available. Running backs definitely went off the board quicker in the war room than the big board. Something I need to remember. But I still like my receivers, man, because we're getting different than anyone else. So the Tua pick. Oh, you like the Tua pick? Yeah, I think the Tua pick makes sense for this team because gives us a little more floor. And I think Tua plays more than Michael Penix. So I'm cool mixing him in. And yo, King Solaire just getting weird at wide receiver out here with Keon Coleman, Cavante Turpin, Demario Douglas, Mac Hollins. Burrito Boy goes ahead and takes Tyreek Hill 231. Don't blame me for that, man. Like, what's the downside in taking Tyreek Hill in the 20th round? This is the latest I've seen him go, which is probably where he should be going personally, I think. Young Mula, Skinnies, and some Supras. Is he going to take Flournoy? Devontae Walker. So goes with Walker with Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. Don't hate it. Devontae Walker's a fun pick. Couple players I'm considering. Definitely drafting a running back or a wide receiver. Though I think I would rather get a running back just because they're so thin and lean into my 7 receivers. But I mean, if Ryan Flournoy's there, it's kind of hard to pass up. Honestly. Could get Amari DiMarcado, Demond Claiborne for some upside. Let's go with the rookie. No, let's go Flournoy. Let's just get a 7th receiver. I like getting 7 receivers in these 20-round drafts. I don't think we need an 8th running back. And Flournoy, round 20. That just feels good. I think Flournoy is probably going to get more points than those running backs anyways. So I'm cool with that. Don't love my running back room, but we can still get some points, right? They can contribute, and we're definitely leaning on our wide receivers, keeping those very strong. I think our tight end room is really great, and I think our quarterbacks are really good. So we just need a little luck and a little help at running back, which I think is fine. So let's go over the team. We got Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck, Tua as our quarterbacks. Hurts is stacked up with Goddard. Shuck is stacked up with Juwan Johnson. And then Tua with Drake London and I guess Brian Robinson. Running backs, we have DeAndre Swift, RJ Harvey, Blake Corum, Chris Rodriguez, Brian Robinson, Katrin Allen, Justice Hill. Just some guys that can get some points, hopefully in the right weeks. Maybe Chris Rodriguez just turns out to be good. Maybe Blake Corum carves out a bigger role. Maybe RJ Harvey just outplays J.K. Dobbins, or J.K. Dobbins isn't quite healthy. Maybe Swift is just still that dude. Brian Robinson, maybe he has some contingent upside. It's kind of just how we're playing that room. And then really leaning into our receivers with Jamar Chase, Drake London, Nico Collins, Jameson Williams, Ricky Pearsall, Debo Samuel, and Ryan Flournoy, with Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson, AJ Barner at tight end. I kind of like how this team turned out. Even though it might not be the best structure for this particular tournament, I think it works out pretty well overall. So, fun first war room. Don't hate it. Yeah, I think it's a fun team. And this was a very interesting draft. People definitely drafted different in this contest than in the big board, which is something for me to take note of later. Damn, Goblor, 4 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 9 receivers, and 3 tight ends. Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, Jalen Warren, Aaron Jones. A little thin at running back, I think, personally. But do you? Purdy, Nix, Brissett, Geno at quarterback. Interesting. Yeah, people definitely drafted different in this one, man. 2 out of 12 advance, then 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10 for a 30-seat final. But I think we definitely, without a doubt, have the strongest receiver room in the draft. So that always feels good, being the strongest at one position. I'm cool with it, man. Oh, you were in a draft late last night, by the way? Yeah, we were streaming late last night, man. Were you in the stream? I don't quite remember. But we drafted some interesting teams last night too. They were a little weird, but it's okay. And in 20th round, he can be 0 for all I care, but the upside is definitely intriguing. Yeah, dude, 20th round, most picks are going to be 0s. So taking someone with upside, who cares? I have a feeling the league don't want him back, though. I am with you. I don't like Tyreek Hill. I drafted him twice at pick like 190 when he was going like that late. That's just me, though. I don't like Tyreek Hill. I usually fade like the older guys and the injured guys. So I completely agree with you. Delay, happy with my team. First War Room 2. Thanks for bringing me in. Case of beer, an ounce of weed on me if it advances. I mean, I don't drink. I haven't drank alcohol since I was 21. Yeah, it's been like almost 7 years for me. No alcohol. And I don't smoke weed anymore either. I stopped smoking weed January 1st this year. Although I did smoke a joint with some people like last weekend, I think I smoked a joint because it was my homie's birthday. So I'm like, I'll join in. But I haven't smoked since then. So if I can smoke like once in a while, that's great. But the thing with me is like I don't really do anything a little bit. I kind of just all or nothing in a lot of things. Like, hey, I just started streaming this year and I'm streaming every single day. That's kind of just how it is with me, man. I'm all or nothing. I just go all in, dive in deep. So I got to be careful with the things I get into. You know what I mean? But thank you for joining this one, man. It was fun drafting with you today. And that's going to do it for me today on this beautiful Sunday. Happy Easter to everyone. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your weekend. I love you. Joy is beautiful. And we are going to end this. Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, buddy. Yo. Oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.